again, whether you're pursuing a new career, you're interested in building a new hobby, you have a side hustle, you want to start a new business, you have an established business, but you want to just build up this profile. It's really a way for self-education and career advancement kind of combined in one thing. So, removing barriers to content creation. There's an emotional side to it. There's a technical side to it. You might be emotionally resistant. You might feel technically inefficient. Okay. You can be excited about something. You can journal, but then you get hesitant, or maybe you're just like exhausted at the end of like getting all these ideas out on the paper that you just don't really know what to do with next. You might not consider yourself an industry expert or not a great writer. Teaching and sharing online only needs to work for the people that are actually interested in those things. So you put something out into the world, only the people that are going to find it interested or know you are going to kind of come in contact with it. And teaching is really just about showing somebody who is a step or two or three steps behind you. I couldn't jump into a PhD class in biology right now because those people are so far advanced. So if you just turn around and you look at where you were a year ago, you could teach that person something right now. Okay? So if you're naturally interested in something, learn more about it through writing. Okay? So the first, number one, content audit. Okay? Content audit is the first means to creating content. This means to seek value in things that you've already written and created in another way. This is about repurposing content. This is a pillar of an idea in the content marketing world, that you create a piece of content and it's relevant in several other forms on several other platforms. So most likely you've been educating someone along the way. If you're in sales, if you're in marketing, if you're a manager, you probably have these materials that you've created over time, different training materials, different sales pitches, presentations. So the first, number one is a content audit. Again, seeking value in things that you already have created. You most likely have things in your email inbox, stored on your computer, in a journal, that are 60, 70, 80, 90% of the way there to publishing. Might just take a little bit of editing and some reformatting. So you might have things that you can just simply copy and paste right into a LinkedIn post today. And I think that you can all do that right after you finish watching this. So what I'm trying to talk to you about here is changing your perception of what it means to create content. Heightening your awareness for what value you bring to offer somebody else. So the material is most of the way there. I want you to dive into your email inbox. I want you to look at your school or your work presentations, cover letters, different pitches that you might have written, training materials that have been developed, social posts that you've done in the past, school reports, or things that you've done to prep for interviews. If you have a journal, dive into that journal, those journal entries, pull out some of those quotes, pull out some of those ideas, and get them published. Post them on LinkedIn. Okay? You might have a note apps or memos. I use Google Docs. You might have memos that you store in your phone of just ideas. So again, what I want to do is really change your perception for what it means to create content. I don't want you to feel like you have a blank page with a cursor blinking in front of you, because you have things that you've already created that are near ready for publishing right now. And I'm positive of that. So the first way to remove barriers to content creation is to look at what you already have. Do an audit. Dive into your email inbox. Go to your sent folder. Look at the things that you've written and created somewhere else. Did you ever do any slides or put together, again, sort of presentations in all these different aspects? You most likely have something most of the way there. The second model for content creation is my favorite: consume and create. Have you ever heard "you are what you eat"? Right? This is a process of bringing an awareness to the information that you're taking in. When you're taking something new in, you have the ability to put something new out. The media and entertainment, the newsletters that you're reading, the podcasts that you're listening to, the documentaries, the movies, the articles that you're reading, the books that you're reading, everything that you're reading, watching, listening to. Take notes. Hey, I'm listening to this podcast. It made me think of this. You took down a few notes, and then you can turn that around. What's that accounting method? Last in, first out, right? So we are all consuming a lot of different media. If you're watching a movie on Netflix, it probably stirs up some sort of emotional reaction into you. It might spur some sort of thoughts, right? So everything that you're taking in has the ability to sort of refilter through your own perspectives, your own opinions, your own experiences, and whatever you put out is going to be unique and original. Again, use your email inboxes. Look at the newsletters that you're reading. Look at the things that you're subscribed to. Look at what you're actually opening. Look at the websites that you're going to. What sort of bits of things that you're reading are inspiring you somehow? What's leading one thought to the next? What's driving curiosity inside of you? It gives you the ability to start with something without a completely blank page on the paper. Once again, same thing as the content audit. Look for things that you already have happening in your regular life. Rather than sitting here saying, oh, I need to think of something, I have to come up with an idea. You already have ideas flooding your body and your brain all day long. So spin them out into your own creations. Write something about the way something else made you feel. The consume and create model is one of my favorites and a go-to. Number 3, we're moving on to the curate model. So it's similar to the previous 2 models where you don't have to think of it as starting from zero. You can pull together different resources that you are already using. So literally curating means to just, I'm looking at a bookshelf right here and I have 10 books on the bookshelf. I can make a list of the 10 books that are on my bookshelf. I'm curating that from something that just exists around me. Same thing for maybe you find yourself reading certain newsletters. Here are 5 newsletters that I enjoy. Curated. Here are the people that I find myself following on LinkedIn. Curated. Here are the most websites that I follow. Here are the Instagram thing that I follow. Here are my ideas from the last 10 days. Okay, so you need to separate the inspiration from the execution, of course. So you may have a journal where you're inspired and you're making notes, but at some point you need to take that information, you need to take the things that you're consuming, you need to take the things that you've created previously, and you need to move those from the inspired into the execute phase. Literally copy and paste things, put them together into a post, and hit publish.